Hey, welcome to an exciting drive-by review of the Viltrox EF-EOS M2 Speedbooster that we're going to be using today on the Canon M50 combined with this full-frame EF 50mm lens. Now, in essence, what the Speedbooster does is it allows us to take a full-frame lens like this and use it on the M50 body, and it performs more similar to a full-frame camera since it has a focal length multiplier of 0.71 times. That'll reduce a lot of that crop factor that you see with the APS-C size sensor. But the question is, will there be any image quality issues that kind of creep up with this use, as well as any autofocusing performance issues coming from the M50 body as it tries to compensate for the added lens elements? We're going to address all those questions and more in today's video. It's very exciting, so let's unbox this Speedbooster, put it on the M50 and take a look and see how it performs. Okay, straight into the point, pretty simplistic boxing here with some nice seals on it to make sure that we know that it's new. Bada boom. We got a nice instruction manual here. It's nice that it comes in its own case that you can utilize long term instead of that nice nifty box there. So release tab here, and there she is, the Viltrox Speedbooster. Now this is exciting results. The Speedbooster performed exactly as intended, letting in more light, giving a wider field of view, while minimizing the effects on image quality. On screen to my eye, there's virtually no difference in quality when comparing it to the 22mm native lens option I just reviewed. And on top of that, the communication from the booster to the M50 body was spectacular, with the autofocus performing also as well as the native lenses, while showing the correct converted f-stop and focusing like a champ in low light, even when I was placing my subjects quite close while shooting wide open at f1.2. This combination also worked quite well for portrait photography, as that faster aperture made for phenomenal bokeh, complete with a sharp, in-focus, colorful subject. And of course, the tell-all with this combination is how the M50 continued to produce results with great color depth, dynamic range, and just crisp, clear shots throughout the use of the M50 with the Viltrox Speedbooster and the 50mm STM lens. Now, besides the stellar performance with the Canon M50 body, the Viltrox M2 also has a pretty solidly built metallic design. Everything's quite snug with its own covers, and it also fits quite snugly with the EF lens and the M50 body itself. And really, that's all you can ask for out of a Speedbooster, is for it to fit well and to connect well and to really perform its function with a minimal amount of quality issues as far as autofocus and image quality. Now, on the lens mounting side, you're going to see inside the Speedbooster a USB port that you can connect in the future for firmware updates if Viltrox releases any more. And on the bottom, you're going to see this removable mount where you can put a tripod connector on. Now, beyond all that, this right here is just the icing on the cake. The fact that this comes in under $200 cost to pick up this nifty little Speedbooster that works so well. And really, it kind of comes down to, if you already have the M50 and EF glass, you might as well pick it up. I mean, it's just kind of a no-brainer. And if you have the M50 and you don't have any EF lenses, well, it's just kind of a matter of how much fun do you want to have with your camera. You know, what I love about this is when I drop that lens, the 50mm, just 3 stops, it's just amazingly thin depth of field and just a beautiful work in low light, which you can make such beautiful compositions in low light. You know, something that catches my eye, and a lot of people is usually out there, they like to see the contrast that comes alive when night falls over a city landscape or whatever type of event you're shooting, or maybe just when you're hanging out with your family. And of course, in the vlogging world, low light is kind of the reality of the universe. Indoors, when the time of day is changing, when cloud cover comes in, it's just something you have to deal with. And it just kind of takes away some of the Achilles tendon of the APS-C size sensor camera, in the M50 at least, where you can boost those full frame lenses so they come in and allow even more light to hit your sensor and make it just beautiful, keeping the ISO down at 1000 for a lot of what I was shooting even at night. But it had to get down to that 1.2 or 1.8. You got to get down there especially when there's no real light that you're bringing around yourself to light up your subject. All right, guys, and there you have it, a quick drive-by review of the Viltrox EF-EOS M2 Speedbooster. And I'm just blown away by this. It was a ton of fun to utilize. I'm looking forward to trying some other EF lenses in the future on the Canon M50. Now, if you want to pick up one of these for yourself, I'll post a link down in the description below. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or requests when it comes to the Viltrox Speedbooster on the M50 and some EF lenses, let me know down in the comments down below. But besides that, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time on Drive By Reviews.